Hey guys, so it's early Saturday morning and I'm getting ready to head to the store, but first...
After thinking we weren't going to have any luck, my sister and I found this estate sale. I actually bought this little concrete owl sitting outside. I didn't even notice him until we were leaving. But anyways, sometimes the oldest, most dilapidated houses have the best stuff. This was really interesting. This whole estate sale was. It belonged to the kid's grandmother who lived there until she passed away. And then the uncle who must have been taking care of her also passed away. So it was all of the grandmother's collections and then the uncle's collections. And apparently his collecting habit was glass, and there was so much of it. The whole house was jam-packed with all these little pieces of glass. Like, look at this. There was cabinets upon cabinets, just jam-packed. And actually, this is my pile, and you see I don't have any glass in there because that's not something I really specialize in. And so, I try not to buy stuff that I have no idea about. But they were telling us that a lot of these glass pieces were really valuable. Everything in the house was either $5, mostly everything was $5, and a couple of pieces were like $10, and some of the furniture items were more. But everything I got was actually $5 except for some umbrella stands. I kind of regret not getting that world paperweight. That was the other thing. He loved paperweights, and they were saying that paperweights can be really, really valuable. So anyways, but I just wasn't feeling risky that day. I totally fell in love with these glasses, these vintage glasses. They were so cool with this paisley design and this deep, rich red. But alas, they were not for sale. They belonged to their mom. Their mom was going to keep them. I was brokenhearted. I couldn't stop looking at them because they were so beautiful. I should have grabbed this mat. I thought that was kind of a cool mat. See, there I am again, staring at the glasses. These were kind of interesting. The grandmother actually upholstered that furniture in leopard, which I thought was kind of cool, actually, but I do not need to be buying furniture right now. The store is jam-packed.
Let's do a thrift haul. So, let's see, the last 2 weeks, I really haven't been going to a ton of thrift stores, mainly because I actually went to several estate sales and I bought so much stuff that honestly, each house was more overwhelming than the next. So I'm gonna break this video up into two so we can go over what I picked up over the last couple of weeks. Most of it is just from one estate sale and then just a couple items from a couple of thrift stores. So, well, let's get started. So I think I mentioned in my last video that I've started picking up earthenware. Earthenware is really common and I see it all the time. So I wasn't picking it up because I figured, people that are interested in it could easily find it themselves. But, people work, they have lives, and the life of a picker, of a reseller, and a store owner basically puts me at the right spot at the right time to pick up pieces that I think are interesting and unique, and for the sake of time, people are willing to spend the money. So I actually am having a ton of fun looking for earthenware pieces. So let's go over a couple of them. So I really liked this bowl. I actually think it probably had a lid, but I don't care. I think it still makes a really pretty serving bowl. I love that color of green, and I will price this probably at you know, $16. The next one I picked up, and this was at this amazing estate sale, the estate sale that I actually had in the intro. So this is, I think, can be used for like pens, pencils. I just see it sitting on somebody's desk. It's just the perfect size for that. And this one is signed, although I cannot quite tell what the signature is, but super cute. And then this one looks to me more like for utensils on your counter. It's a beautiful brown glazed earthenware pot, jug, whatever. And then this last one that has, again, these wheat shafts. So very 70s looking. This one is also signed, although again, I can't make out the artist. I mean, could you imagine trying to actually identify the artist for these when they're signed? I just don't have that kind of time. So I think that's it for the earthenware pieces. So at that estate sale, as you probably saw in the intro, they had a ton of paperweights, tons and tons, and I had no idea, but apparently paperweights can be valued up to like $800. The guy that was in there when my sister and I walked in, he was just giddy because he had just spent $200 on paperweights. And they also have had a ton of glassware. So since I don't deal in paperweights or glassware, that was not really something I was that interested in. But I did grab this one, and I liked it because it has a jellyfish on the inside and kind of this wavy glass. The lady told me this was worth $400. Is it? Like, I couldn't find anything on it, and I will continue to look. But all the ones I saw online were rounded. I didn't see any type of jellyfish paperweights that looked like this. So anyways, I paid $10 for it, and honestly, it's cool. I mean, it's worth $10, but if it was worth $400, that would be even better. Another glass piece I picked up just because I was fascinated with it, and to me it kind of has this mid-century modern brutalist look. I actually think it is mid-century modern, but what the heck is that? I have like no idea what this is. If anybody knows, please tell me. But the way I see it, it's some kind of stand. Maybe a plant stand? I'm not sure, but I love all of these like ridged glass pieces. But that's what I'm thinking. I mean, I think it would be cool though. You put a plant on top of it, right? It keeps it off your coffee table or your dining room table. Anyways, I'm curious to find out what this actually is. They didn't have a lot of traditional antiques at that particular estate sale, but I did pick these up. Now these are an antique, but they're definitely vintage, and they're just like these pheasants. I think they're pheasants. Anyways, they're strictly decorative. I actually have picked up a couple of these that were salt and pepper shakers, but these are too big for that. Anyways, I think they're very pretty, and mainly again for decorative purposes. And I think I'm gonna put these online, and I'll put $50 on these. On the next video, I'm gonna show you all of the busts and the figurines, statues basically, that I picked up at that estate sale. This is one of them. So it's a mom with a baby. It's very minimalist. Very kind of this mid-century modern vibe. I thought she was really pretty. And I think I'm gonna put her online, and I will put, maybe I should look her up first. That would probably be a smart idea, but I don't know. I mean, I'm thinking maybe $65, and I can't tell if she's old, if she actually is from the 60s. You know, it's interesting because Home Depot, not Home Depot, Home Goods and like Marshalls, like they actually carried like a line of busts and figurines, and so sometimes you can be duped by dupes. So anyways, I'll look her up and see if I can find anything on her. I'm gonna assume she is vintage and put $65 on her. I love this neck statue and I'm really tempted to keep her. But look at this beautiful Italian statue, right? So I actually visited Italy, and I think she's from Santorini. Somebody picked her up. She's probably like a tourist item. She is vintage, so it's got the original tag. That's how I know that she is from Italy. But I went to, there's so many museums in Italy. I mean, you get to the point where you're just absolutely overwhelmed by all the art, all the beautiful, beautiful paintings, the statues. And so I did get a chance to go to the museum in Naples, Italy, as well as the Pompeii, so the site of Pompeii. And I get the feeling that she is actually in that museum, the original statue, but she's absolutely gorgeous. If I do list her, I'm gonna put $125 on her. I don't know, maybe between $85 and $125. So I spotted this at one of the thrift stores I visited last week. I love the poppies. It's very, very like 1960s. And I could mostly tell that because of the frame. That's a very 1960s frame. It could be 1970s, but it has all the boho vibes that I'm attracted to. So I had mentioned in one of my previous videos that I was going to list a seascape, which I did, and it actually sold for $165, but whoa, it was a challenge boxing it up. I just shipped it and I wrapped it in bubble wrap, and then I had to make a box because I didn't have a box big enough, and then I wrapped it in bubble wrap again. So I hope it arrives safely. So I'm not sure if I want to list this online or not. If I do list it online, I will probably put like $140 on it, mostly because, again, it's such a challenge to actually ship a larger piece like this. So wish me luck. At that same thrift store, or maybe it was just the same day, different thrift store, I picked up this set of yellow glasses. These are perfect now for summer, because summer is coming, right? Wouldn't these be awesome to serve lemonade on a patio? But they're such, look at the swirly design on them. They're very 70s. So I'm going to actually put $35 on these, and we'll see how they do. I know they're going to do well, because like I said, we do really well with any kind of vintage glassware. And then the last item for this particular video is this cute little basket. I think I actually picked up another basket, but I think I already have it in the car. It's on its way to the store. I typically don't pick up baskets, again, because I feel like this is an item that people can easily find on their own. But again, you know, people come to Abigail's Artful Abode, maybe, you know, partly because of convenience. I mean, they're there and I've already done all the work, everything's curated. And so anyways, I'm gonna put this little basket in the shop. I'll put $15 on it, and if it does well, I'll start picking up more baskets for the store. So that's it for me for this video. Next week, we'll do the other half of that estate sale. And anyways, as always, I'm so excited to share stuff with you. And if you get a chance to go out thrifting or junking, I hope the thrifting gods are with you and you find some fabulous items. So until next week, I'll see you later. Bye.